In the potential showdown between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney, tensions rose as experts took sides. Gervonta expressed frustration towards Floyd Mayweather for favoring Devin Haney to win in a clash against Gervonta Davis.
He talked about the Adrian Broner story. Actually, when he came to the gym, and it was the day before Adrian Broner was fighting Sean Porter. Right after the weigh-in, we went over to the gym because he wanted to see Tank box Devin Haney. You know, Devin Haney was in good shape. Tank wasn't in good shape, but they worked. And it was some crazy work. And just with him and Devin working, it was crazy, entertaining work at that particular time. So I said, you know what? I like this kid.
Paulie Malignaggi believes Devin might encounter difficulties. Paulie explained that he had been asserting for approximately 2 years that Haney would defeat Gervonta, even when most people were critical of Haney. He pointed out that, firstly, Gervonta frequently wasted rounds and could be easily outboxed. He mentioned that Gervonta tended to wait for opponents to make mistakes, trying to lure them in for a knockout. According to Paulie, Haney, on the other hand, didn't make those errors. He elaborated that Haney employed an athletic style but gave priority to safety, especially when facing powerful punchers like Gervonta. Paulie emphasized that Haney had the ability to adapt to what was offered during a match. He consistently simplifies his approach, never succumbing to the same mistakes and securing continuous rounds. Rashad Holloway believes Gervonta must bolster his confidence before taking on someone like Devin Haney. Paulie remarked that, honestly, he didn't think Gervonta believed in himself. He urged others to examine the Ryan Garcia fight, stating that if they disagreed, they should review it. Paulie pointed out that Gervonta hadn't faced top-tier opponents despite earning significant paychecks. According to him, exceptional fighters aimed for challenges, and Devin had been challenging them since day one. Paulie expressed his true belief about Gervonta, suggesting that when a weight clause was included in a contract against Ryan Garcia, it indicated a desire to seek an advantage. He acknowledged that everyone wanted an edge, but he highlighted that a confident fighter like Devin didn't ask for such conditions, especially considering that Gervonta had previously fought at 140 without imposing a weight clause. However, when he defeated Ryan Garcia, Paulie said that he noticed he seemed more excited than ever after a win. Additionally, he mentioned it was a 50-50 fight. Considering all these factors and his reaction after the victory, it seemed like a part of him doubted his ability to win that fight. Eddie Hearn is eager to be involved in negotiations, believing he can offer a substantial sum to Gervonta Davis. Eddie expressed, "We have some significant offers for Gervonta Davis, but if he isn't interested in the fight, our hands are tied. I'm willing to make an offer, probably exceeding $20 million, but unfortunately, they are unwilling to engage in discussions. Boxing is a chaotic industry where people often listen to various voices. Devin could potentially face Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Gervonta Davis next year, being open to fighting all of them. However, demands vary, with one seeking $50 million and another aiming for $20 million. Leonard Ellerby doubts Eddie's involvement in negotiations if Gervonta plans to face Devin. Leonard remarked, "If Gervonta decides on fighting in Saudi, he'll handle it directly and won't involve Eddie. Just like Hearn's attempt to intervene in the Ryan fight, that didn't pan out. Furthermore, if Gervonta and Haney fight, Gervonta will make the offer on his terms directly to them, without involving Eddie or anyone else. Haney attempted to intervene in Gervonta and Ryan's scenario previously. That's never going to happen, buddy. You can't offer Gervonta anything. If Gervonta wants to fight there, he'll handle it directly. Why would someone need to involve themselves in the middle of it?" Floyd didn't think Devin should be concerned about fighting Gervonta at that time. Floyd commented, "Shakur Stevenson is a fantastic fighter, and Devin Haney is a great fighter. If Top Rank has both Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they should fight each other instead of worrying about Gervonta." Meanwhile, Bill Haney questions what Floyd has achieved that Devin hasn't, and believes it's Devin's moment. That old business model of charging fans for mediocre fights and shoving it down their throats has to end. The Mayweather era is over. The Mayweather era in boxing is over. It's now the Devin Haney era. Floyd hasn't achieved what Devin has by the age of 25, not Gervonta, not anyone else. Some might be afraid to admit it, but I'm not. I believe in my son, according to Devin Haney. Devin also expressed his view that Floyd Mayweather altered the sport, saying, "We could revolutionize boxing and make it more like the UFC. In the UFC, fighters compete, lose, and fight again, sometimes in even bigger matchups after a loss." Floyd elevated boxing, but somewhat damaged the sport with the emphasis on an undefeated record. This mindset discourages fighters from challenging each other. Many boxers aim for the biggest payday with the least risk, although not all do. Some fighters genuinely want to challenge themselves and face the best, like Canelo. He fluctuates across different weight divisions, a trend some fighters don't follow. Devin and Bill Haney believe Gervonta needs to refrain from speaking negatively about them. They believe things will improve if Gervonta handles negotiations appropriately. Devin mentioned, "Gervonta doesn't seem keen on fighting. If he truly wanted to, he'd work to promote the fight instead of undermining it or making excuses. If he genuinely wanted this fight, he'd highlight its significance for boxing." Gervonta tends to speak disparagingly about the fight, despite my repeated statements. Bill added, "Devin has been unmatched in terms of Gervonta's potential opponents. There's no need to disparage other fighters to highlight your worth. Gervonta and his team have consistently misled the public." Here's a message to all the fans. Don't allow Gervonta and his team to deceive you with these insignificant fights, claiming it's for the culture. Devin epitomizes the true essence of the culture and embodies what boxing should represent. Floyd Mayweather actually had a lot of positive things to say about Devin and his skills as a fighter. Floyd even mentioned that Devin assisted him in preparing for his own bout with Conor McGregor. Floyd said, "We only did about 4 rounds because I wasn't in shape. Devin Haney has sharp skills, a great boxer. When I'm in the gym, I'm mostly there to improve and assist others in getting better." Despite being 40 years old, working with a young and talented fighter like Devin, it enhanced my preparation even for the Conor McGregor fight. Carl Frock believes that Devin could potentially be the next Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather and Carl emphasized that they can't praise him enough, acknowledging him as a top-quality fighter at just 25 years old. They believe he's easily in the top 6 or 7 pound-for-pound fighters and unquestionably within the top 10. They even speculate that he could potentially be the next Floyd Mayweather, stating that the world is full of opportunities for him. Regarding Gervonta, they doubt whether Devin and Bill truly want to engage with him. The talk about 20 million? Gervonta can't even communicate properly with the individuals he's supposed to regarding me. That's a fact. I'm only addressing this because I know some people are paying attention to him right now, so it's seemingly trendy to confront them. But truth be told, these guys aren't bullies. They're just talk. They're broke for real, especially that one. That's a fact. And nobody really wants to see that weak performance for 50K. Meanwhile, Gervonta is tired of being labeled as someone he's arguably not. He's not a bully. Canelo Alvarez even weighed in at 165 pounds against Floyd Mayweather. But now that Gervonta Davis is speaking up like this, some are saying, "Hey, I told you Gervonta Davis isn't fighting for anything." In the end, skepticism arises about Devin and Bill's willingness to engage with Gervonta as the narrative shifts between negotiations, opinions, and challenges. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.